Hey, what's up guys? Getting ready to do another ride. Figured out to post a video talking about the bike I ride, why I ride this bike. I know I posted a couple in the past, but I never really talked about my bike. So I do have a 2016 KTM 350 XCF-W. So just a little background, I guess. I grew up racing motocross. I did a lot of races growing up. I was always on the dirt bikes. My brother raced quads, so it was a good family thing. I mean, we would travel with my parents every weekend pretty much, and we would hit the tracks, and it was awesome. Great time. I love it. I wouldn't change it for the world. And you know, as I started getting older, obviously I wasn't a pro at that point, so I was like, I kind of stopped racing as much. I wanted to get into a career, and then at that point I didn't want to get hurt anymore. So yeah, I stopped racing. I sold my dirt bike and didn't ride for a while. Actually, I stayed on the, I was always into ATVs and quads and stuff like that, so I'd always ride that. It was fun. We'd go out and do a lot of riding on the ATVs, and got into side by side, so which is a lot of fun. We could do it as with friends and family and go out and have a relaxing ride or weekend, and that's fun. I enjoy it. But I had that itch to go back to a dirt bike. I missed riding the dirt bike. It was, what I always loved to do, and it just, I wanted to get back into it. And I knew I didn't want to go back to a motocross bike just because I know me. If I were to have one, I'd probably get that itch again. I would say, hey, maybe I'll just go try a race or something. And so I didn't want to go with a motocross bike. I kind of wanted to get more into the off-road scene, and that is why I chose the KTM. I mean, they make awesome bikes. I was looking for a while. I was always a Honda guy. I always loved Yamaha as well. And I mean, just looking at their CRF 250X or 450X model at the time, I mean, it just didn't compare to what the KTM was. And especially looking at weight and the power that this KTM puts out. I mean, I figured the KTM would be the one to go with. And then, I was debating between the 250 and 450, and I decided to go with the 350 because it's kind of right there in the middle. I figured it'd be a good bike, and I'm super pumped that I did go with the 350. It's an awesome bike. And yeah, I mean, probably eventually I would like another one. I would like maybe the 300X XC two-stroke, the TPI from KTM. That bike just looks sick. And I missed two-strokes. I haven't ridden two-stroke in quite a while, and I would just love to have that bike as a secondary bike or whatever. Get a friend that wants to go out and ride. Shoot, he could jump on this 350, and then I'll jump on the 300, or vice versa. Either way, just I enjoy riding. Getting the KTM 350, I mean, getting back out there and hitting the trails is just a total different aspect of riding, and I love it. It's awesome. I mean, back whenever I was on the motocross bike and when I was super into racing, all I cared about was pretty much hitting the track. I would go out, would have these little tracks that we would, practice on, and that was pretty much all I cared about. I wanted to go out there, I wanted to ride that and pump out laps after laps, and just, that was my thing. And getting into the off-road scene and hitting some of the single tracks or just hitting some of the trails and getting together with a couple guys and going out and riding is awesome. I mean, it's a totally different aspect of riding for me. Getting out there and hitting the trails with some people, throwing a camel pack and, go out and just cruise the trails, man. It's awesome. It is a lot of fun. Although most of the time I end up riding out there by myself or something, just because, I don't know, it's hard to find people who want to ride anymore. It seems like around here anyways. So yeah, anyways, here's the bike here. A little dirty. I have no mods done to it. I mean, I think the bike's pretty awesome right out of the box. So, I mean, I haven't done anything, of course, obviously setting up the sag, and then done some adjustment to the suspension to get it more to my liking. Well, I guess I did put tubeless system front and rear, which I like. I ride a lot out here in the desert, and I like to run a little bit lower tire pressure sometimes. But with tubes, a lot of times I'd get it flat and I'd pinch tubes because I would run a little bit lower pressure, and you smack into a rock out here when you're riding, pinch your tube, and I'm having to get back over here so I could change it out. But yeah, so probably in the future, I want to start doing more videos, more of my rides. You know, I'm going to do a ride here in a little bit. I'll put on my GoPro and take you guys out there with me. I also have a Teryx 4, which I will probably do some more videos on that. You know, we do a lot of awesome rides here. Huge groups on UTVs that ride out here. I mean, we go out and hit the trails where I usually ride. And especially in the summer in the evenings, man, you get a bunch of these guys doing night rides. And we usually link up, do some rides out there in the desert, get a big group together on these. But yeah, it'd be fun to get a few more bikes out there too. It's fun to just go out and hit the trails on the dirt bikes too. But yeah, we'll see, hopefully. And you can tell here by how dirty and old looking this gear bag is. I mean, I've had this thing for quite a while. Yeah. So the gear I ride with is actually, I ride with the Thor terrain. I mean, I've always been a fan of Thor gear. I've worn it since, you know, my racing days. But the terrain gear is nice. I wear the over the boot pants. Pretty lightweight. Of course, I have the terrain jersey as well here. Do wear the padded riding shorts. Nothing fancy on the knee braces. I just use these here, which work pretty good for me. Yeah, I mean, a bunch of other gear in there that I don't really ride with anymore. My boots. I do have the Tech 7. I've always been an Alpine Star fan as well, and you know, it just made sense to stick with Alpine Star. I've always had really good luck with them. They're always very comfortable, and yeah, I like them. My goggles. I've always been a fan of Scott as well. I was actually on the rider support program back in my racing days, so they always hooked me up with some good goggles, and so I mean, I just stick with those actually. So yeah, that was my gear. So actually looking at trying out maybe going to Fox. I mean, I've been looking at their Fox downpour gear. I mean, it looks pretty badass. The jacket and the jersey, the pants, everything that goes with that, it looks pretty nice. Especially it's a little colder months now, and thought that would probably be pretty nice gear to try out. Maybe I'll try it out here in the near future, but for now I'll just stick with my Thor gear because that Fox downpour isn't cheap. All right, and so for my camera, I mean, I just use a GoPro Hero 5. Still on the 5, I know. I need to get one of the new GoPros. They look pretty badass, but for now, I still use the Hero 5. I used to mount it on top of my helmet right here, but I actually found mounting it down here a little bit lower works a lot better. If I want to talk when I'm riding, it comes out a lot better on the camera. And also, getting on some of those back dirt roads, you know, I like to open it up, and the camera mounted on the top, man, you can feel that pulling on your head and your neck a little bit. So all the wind resistance that creates is a little bit extra. So I put it on the mouth guard. Plus it actually looks better when you're riding too. I mean, I felt like when it was up here, it's a little high, a little too high. Whenever you watch the playback, I feel like having it on the mouth guard, it actually looks better. More of a rider perspective, I guess. So I run it there. All right, guys. So I'm out here at the Doniana Mountains, outside of Las Cruces. This is usually where I come to ride. It's a pretty good area. A lot of different trails to ride, a lot of different types of terrain, hard pack, sand, rock. So that's where I'll do my ride. I'll probably I've been wanting to make a cool single track cutting through some of this, but
over here there's some mountain bike trails, and a lot of those are designated mountain bike trails, no motorized vehicles. So probably go further in, I'll find some cool areas, and I think I'll start carving in a single track, just that way, you know, I have something better, more fun to ride whenever I come out here, rather than just the two track, you know, all the quad trails and cube trails and stuff. So I may do that. I'm a little sore from the gym, but it's crazy how, I mean, even though you can work out and be in really good shape, but if you're not always on the bike, you feel it. You get that arm pump, and I used to have way stronger forearms back whenever I was racing all the time, but now I only ride here and there. I mean, kind of lose it pretty quick. So, well, let's hit it. All right. It's cool during summer, during the monsoons, whenever we start getting a lot of rain and this thing runs, it looks super cool. And of course, people have to throw trash everywhere. They come out here, shoot their guns or whatever, and leave all their damn trash out here. All right, let's see. You can tell people put all this stuff here so they can walk down here easier. Pretty cool. And this keeps going down, kind of opens up a little bit more, but I've always thought this part in here is really cool. This will pull up sometimes in summer. That climb's not bad on a dirt bike. Here's another steep one right over here. If you watched any of my previous riding videos where I've come out here, I mean, I do the same ride, just in reverse order. Coming from the other side, it is pretty rough. But this way's not as bad. So I've come up here and noticed some of my other videos, but this is called Needle's Eye. Pretty cool. Pretty cool area to come on the side-by-sides and hang out.
guys, so that's it for today's ride. Had a good one. Hope you guys enjoyed it. Be sure to like and subscribe to this channel. I mean, it's a new channel. Well, somewhat new. I mean, it's been on here for a little bit, but I mean, I don't post that much. I'm looking to hopefully start posting a little bit more frequently. A few more rides. Maybe I'll check out or show you guys some more areas around here where I like to ride. I mean, I usually go here by the house because it's close. I could ride from here. But yeah, probably in the later videos, I'll start showing you guys some more areas that I like to ride around here. Maybe you guys will like them. And also, like I said, I'll show you guys some videos of when we go on some of our UTV rides. Those are always a great time. I'll probably even post other types of videos eventually. You know, I do work on a lot of bikes and things like that too. Or, you know, people will bring me stuff to work on all the time, and you know, I fix various things. Maybe I'll start posting some of the, you know, some of the things that I work on, and tutorials maybe on how to do some of the stuff that I work on, and yeah, go from there. So if you guys like that shirt I was wearing in the beginning of the video, it's the Dirt Pack Off-Road flag tee. That is my clothing brand, Dirt Pack Apparel. So you can always find that at dirtpackapparel.com. I'll put a link in the description below, and we'll see you guys next time.